everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Research Works podcast. This is a pretty special one because it doesn't always happen where we're all in the room. We've got Ash and Marissa. Hello to both of you.
Hi.
We've got all the hosts here today for Research Works podcast because we are celebrating our 300th episode. 300.
Amazing.
It's huge.
Massive. And it's been going for so many years.
It's been going for so many years. I have to do the math for it.
5
it's
years.
like 5 years. It's proper, it's like real thing.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd pull out some stats about it because we always love to celebrate these episodes, don't we?
We do.
Did we do a 50 one? We did 100.
Yeah. We did 200.
We did 200.
Yeah.
So I feel like we had to do a 300. And we've had lots of conversations. We thought we'd have a bit of a fun episode, bring everyone together, be in the same room to chat about it. And I do have some stats to share about why 300 is actually so important.
Well, it wouldn't be research without some stats, would it?
That's right. We love our stats.
Yeah.
It's actually really nerdy. We love our stats. When I pull these out, I was like, yee! It's really cool. So the fact that we've entered the 300 club, very small number of podcasts actually enter this club. So here's some stats. Only 1.4 to 2.5% of podcasts ever reach 300 episodes.
Wow.
Right?
That's incredible.
Isn't it? And then only 8 to 12% of podcasts reach 50 episodes. So we passed that milestone a little while ago, but this is no small thing.
Wow.
It's actually quite rare. So
Congratulations.
well done, everyone.
Yeah, well done.
We've all done it. We've asked lots and lots of questions. So I've got questions prepared for all of us today. And I've even prepared an icebreaker question.
Oh, wow.
Look, I'm not
My
good
work
at-
here is done.
I've missed you for some of those icebreaker questions. I'm like, Ash, I need your help.
It's not my strength.
I'm usually in the office going, does someone have a good icebreaker
Oh, that's
question
funny.
for me?
It's not my strength either, but I would just have a weird
so
brain,
good
I think.
at it. I love it. And you link it all in. Well, I've managed to link this one.
Okay,
It's
here we
It's
go.
an obvious one, though. It's not that great, but something that'll be kind of fun. So what is a milestone that you've hit personally and professionally, not all, and that you will always remember?
Oh.
Yeah, you thought it would be an or, didn't
I thought
you?
it was an or.
We can go in different orders. Who wants to go
That means
first?
it's combined.
No, two different things.
Yeah, okay, good. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Checking.
Happy with that one?
Yeah, okay, yeah. No, I'm with
Would
you
you
now.
like to go, Ash?
No, you can go.
Oh. This is what happens to be
that's
too
okay.
polite.
No, I can go.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Nice.
Thank you. So the reason I am so confident in how long the podcast has been going for is because we started just before I had my second daughter.
That is true. Yes.
So I have managed to
You remember her age, which is good.
come to the podcast and keep her alive for 5 years, which is great. But I've also become a mum a third time in that time as well.
Yeah,
So
wow.
I feel very proud of being able to show my girls what being passionate about your career is.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
That is
bringing
so
that
cool.
to how I raise them.
Oh, that's
very
a really
cool.
good one. That's personal and professional. You've put them both together. That's great.
Even better.
Do you have another one though? I'll take it because that's a brilliant one. And your girls should be so
Will I have
proud. It's
another one?
amazing. I still remember how pregnant you were when we started.
And rocking the baby during the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. We had a team of baby rockers.
We did, didn't we?
Shout out to the baby rockers.
These are the things that make these things possible behind the scenes. Yep.
Totally. And if you go back and listen to those very first episodes, you'll hear how out of breath I sound. Because we used to have to walk up a very steep
Stairs.
flight of steps to
And it
get
was
to the
hot.
studio, and it was very hot.
And stairs, yeah.
Yeah. No, it
and
was
nervous because it was our first few.
sweaty, so sweaty.
Sweaty. Air cons are turned off. Yeah, that's true. Oh,
Lots
the
of fun,
memories.
though.
The memories.
Professionally, I think, or what will I always remember? No, I think you'll have to come back to me on that one.
Okay,
I need some more time to reflect.
No, I like that you said that. Okay. Marissa, are you ready?
I think personally, I was trying to think,
Ash's was very profound. We should have gone first. That was a profound one. So
maybe
great
mine
example to your
is
children. I
less
love that.
profound in that maybe since for a year now, I have been going to the gym 2 or 3 times a week.
Love that.
And look, it's not fancy. Like I am very basic with what I do, but I've been consistent and
Consistency is
I
key.
feel better for it and I enjoy it and I have an injury and that's okay. And I'm really bad at prioritizing these things, but I've been consistent for a year.
No, that's huge.
Really
Yeah.
good.
It was our mid-year shutdown last year. I just signed up.
Yeah.
And so for me personally to commit to something and do it has been somewhat surprising.
I love that.
So a small achievement. Because as soon as I saw
Yeah.
this, I was like, oh, like I'm going for like SMART goals and like, did I run a certain distance? Well, I can't run at them, different. No, it's actually just showing up, doing it.
And prioritizing time for yourself and your health and well-being. That's
and really, really enjoying it. And even though it's simple, it's not running, it's basic.
Important.
But I
like
enjoy
that
it.
one.
But you do it.
Yeah, that's really good.
And professionally, I would say there's a few things, I think, particularly as I'm turning 40 this year, we're quite, reflective
We'll
of
be talking about this, yes.
things that are happening in our career and where we're at. And there's lots of things milestones I feel. One is probably just being part of conferences and being able to present, and not just about the presentation itself, but what that involves when you're part of an organisation that is is proud on it's combining research with clinical work and can make a meaningful change, and then being able to present those things.
And you're good at presenting.
Has felt a great milestone.
Yeah.
So I have really cherished those moments.
That's really cool. I love that. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Dayna.
Okay, my personal one.
Yes.
You could have a lot.
Mine's it's a relatively low rung one, but it's a funny one in that about 8 years ago, I was really into my running to almost a point where it was obsessive. So there'll be two things I'd like to say about that. I was really proud of the fact that I was running 10Ks really consistently, but every time the time per kilometre was too slow, I'd run for more kilometres so I could get my average down.
Okay.
And so I was down to like 4:30. And that was pretty good, 4:30 per kilometre. That was a great achievement. But what I think was more important was that I recognised how obsessive I was becoming with it. And I knew actually it got to a place where it wasn't as healthy because I was running so much.
Yeah.
And I think, when you're a researcher, you can have a bit of an obsessive personality because you have to go after stuff sometimes.
The numbers.
Yeah, that's right. And so I just tried to go and run just for fun, just to enjoy it. Because look, I'm not going to be an athlete. But I turned off the music. I stopped counting. I stopped looking at the distances, which was actually a really hard thing to do.
Mindful running.
Yeah, it was a
that is
very
hard.
different perspective. And the thing is, I would still know whereabouts where each kilometre was and how long it should take. So I had to turn off the music because I knew how long each song was.
Yes.
So I had to turn all that off. And so it took a really long time to just be okay about it. And then I was listening to podcasts, but then I know how long the podcast was. So I'd work out what it was and Dayna, stop. But to be able to switch off, that was actually, so now I can actually just go for a run, and I can not run on some days and be like, you know what, that was okay. So it's a weird personal one. Kind of goes in the...
No, but it's good. I remember that time.
I think, that's coming at it from the other angle.
Getting
I really like that.
getting to know yourself a bit more. And I think that's a product of being in your 40s. There's a bit of a thing
Knowing
going
yourself,
on here.
for
Knowing
sure.
yourself and being okay with it.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing.
Just sitting in it, being comfortable in who you are.
Yeah, that's right. And then professionally, I would say I love that we've done the podcast. That's great.
Yeah.
It has opened so many doors. But I think also on that as well, it's been able to open up more healthy strides in different countries. I never thought I'd do that, go cross borders, and it's a bit scary, but you do things scared sometimes, and you just give it a go and not be so scared of failure. Again, I think it's a 40s thing where you just go, look, if I give it a go, that's all right. If it
What's
doesn't
the worst
work,
that can happen?
okay,
Yeah.
try something else, but at least we're giving it a go. And I like that part of it.
Yeah.
So I think those are the things that I'll always remember, just opening these new centres. You're like, oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those things are really cool. Have you got your
Amazing.
professional one?
Well, I was just thinking on what you said there. I think for me, it's reframing what success looks like. And it's not, I think when you first start out in academia, it's all about how many papers you publish. And
Age index.
yeah. And
citations.
yeah,
Yep.
for sure. Yeah. And just not being... I suppose the further you get into your career, the more you appreciate that it's not actually about that at all.
No, that's right.
That it's a metric, and to some people and places that's still important, but and exciting. But really, I think it's about seeing the work that you do being implemented and being used, and people talking about it and thinking about how they will change what they do as a result of what you're putting out there.
The real impact piece, huh?
Yeah. So yes, being really focused on the impact,
Love
not
that.
on the numbers.
I love that.
Yeah.
Look at us all being all insightful.
I feel like we could chat about this for a while.
I know. Well, let's get like that. I think that was a really good start to all of it, because I think these reflections that happen over these 300 episodes, we've matured over that time. We think about things differently. We're challenged. I think those are all really good things. And, you know, we don't want to do this podcast just to hang out and have a good conversation, which is a great side benefit. But we are learning, and it's really, really nice. So I guess my first question for both of you is, when you think about research works, when I say research works to you, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Go. Point to you, Ash.
Curiosity, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And making research more accessible. I think, Yeah,
I love that. It's made it so much more digestible.
Yes.
Because everyone says they can read a research article, but it does take time to go through the stats and to break it down, especially if you're on your own and you're wanting to get into it. It takes a fair bit to do.
For sure. And I think, you know, a few people I've spoken to about the podcast and what they get out of the podcast, it's really helping research to feel less intimidating.
Yeah.
And, you know, having conversations about research and it not just being about the stats, but talking about why those stats are important and what they actually mean and what that means for you as a clinician in your day-to-day and what you're doing.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And that's that impact piece again, isn't it? Just to be able to bring more people into it. It's not this club.
Yeah.
It's actually for all of us.
Like, it sounds really scary when you read it sometimes, but then when you talk to the person who's done it, it was probably a bit scary for them as well.
Yeah, that's right. We're all just doing this scared. That's the honest truth.
Yeah. But because they've spent so long in it, they can explain it to you in a way that is really palatable and
really good.
Is useful.
And I feel like we ask all those questions that people that would read an article would often then have. As Ed likes to say, the low-hanging fruit questions. We ask all of those. But it's the common questions that people want to know. And if you were reading an article somewhere online and then all of a sudden you get to listen to this podcast where the person that has put all these, you know, hundreds and hundreds of hours into this study and now you get to ask them all these questions that we know everyone is probably percolating in their head.
We can ask the silly questions.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's good. So what pops into your head?
My word was connection, because I feel like sometimes if I'm working, then go in to do a podcast and you're speaking to someone on the other side of the world in a different time zone, and all of a sudden you get to connect and just hear about something that then when you walk out the room, it changes how you will go about your day or your practice. And I think that's the beauty of, I guess, podcasts, but also when it's to do with research and in this field, is that we get to connect with people that we may not otherwise be able to do. And it makes the world seem smaller in so many ways. In this space.
It's really nice. That's so good. And I think mine would be along the same lines. It's like that, my word is community, I'd say, is in the same as connection, the same as impact, but it's that community where, you know, look, last conference I went to, I was walking back from a talk and there was a lovely lady from Mexico and she said, oh, look, I listened to the podcast. I'm like, oh, how great is it that we get to connect on that? And you know, the work that we talk about, things that she is looking at, and we're just, you know, doing it together. And I think you often, for a podcast, you don't often see the people you're talking to, but according to our stats, we get thousands per episode, which is incredible. And we've got hundreds of thousands of downloads, and we're in the top 10% of podcasts. And those numbers just simply mean that there's a meaning and an impact there, and people are enjoying it. And we've always said we'll keep doing it as long as people want us to and enjoy it. And I think the community is the part that we've all connected with, which I think is really great.
For sure.
I love that. So when we first started the podcast, I guess this will be a good one. Ash, when we first started it, what did you think would happen? Like, you know, because we had the intent to do the podcast.
Yeah.
And like, what did we expect?
What did we
expect? What did you expect? And where do you think it would have taken us?
To be honest, it's beyond my comprehension that we've got to 300 episodes. I thought maybe my horizons were a bit too shallow, but I thought we'd reach like a really niche audience of researchers and clinicians who were already like very engaged with what was happening in the research space. And I thought it would just be a really nice resource for those people, but it's become so much more than that, right? And I think particularly through COVID, coming back to what you were saying about that connection piece. It was really important. Yeah. We couldn't go to conferences and we couldn't travel, and this was a really nice way of just staying in touch with people and what was going on, and feeling like you were on top of what was happening in the research context in a way that you couldn't necessarily, or the way that we used to do that, I suppose.
That's right. That's right. It was the real traditional formats of networking, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a very different thing. Yeah, it's a weird one. What about you? What did you think when we sort of first started the podcast? Where did you think it would head to?
To be honest, I probably didn't think, because the first podcast, I was so nervous, if I'm honest. Like, I had never ever thought I would be part of a podcast. This is when not the same. My brain probably didn't go there. And then it was once I started listening to it and being part of more of them that I realised that this is actually quite amazing, and this is something that will probably keep going, because there's always going to be new research, and it's so fantastic to listen to. So yeah, at the start, I guess I didn't know. It was so unknown.
Yeah, funny, isn't it? Yeah.
What about you, Dayna? Because this was always your vision and your brainchild,
my brainchild. Lovely having a few of these brainchild things. To be honest, I think what I was hoping for was that we'd bring research to a place that was more palatable for more people, and for more people to know what the latest research was. Because I think it came about really from conversations I was having with other therapists, and they're saying they couldn't access the articles. I was like, yeah, that's true. Like, I'm part of a uni. I can access them if I want to. I'm actively part of research. So I'm, reading more often. But then if we want everyone to be evidence-based, how can we do that if we don't provide that to them? So I think what I was hoping for is kind of what we're seeing now, is just more conversations, and people kind of know, like, people know who these researchers are. They'll talk about what they've said in the podcast. They'll remember it, and it just becomes part of normal language. That's what I was always hopeful for, and I think we're seeing that. Yeah. But I didn't think we'd get like this big either. I don't know what my expectations were for that. We were really thrilled in the first episode or two, which people still listen to, by the way. I need to tell you that for my stats.
Okay.
I can't bring myself to listen to the first episode. Even though
as much as we try and reflect on our work and where we can improve.
We know we've grown. I don't think I need to listen to it again.
I might listen to it on my way home today.
It's not necessary. No.
Yeah, I'm not sure, I expected it to be as big, because in the first few we're like, 50 people listened. And you think about a room of 50 people, it's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then it grew to 100. We're like, whoa, 100 people is a lot. And then it got into the thousands, and it's like, oh, okay.
And statistically, it was never meant to, really, was it?
Right. That's right.
You talk about
That's right. Yeah. So I think that was probably the part. Going back to, I guess, we've talked about our first episode and how we've evolved.
Yes.
How do you think the podcast as a whole has evolved over the last 300 episodes? What would your reflections be on that?
Would it again be the connection? And I think now people know about research works. There's this connection that comes, and I've just seen it at some of the, like the recent Oceania conference, and how people connect, and it's really, in our area, it's so wonderful to, obviously people are collaborating and connecting anyway, particularly at conferences. Yeah. But to have Research Works as this body that internationally now is coming together to bring about all these researchers. You've got family of the pod, these researchers that come back,
friends and
family, almost yearly to bring their, and these are well-renowned researchers that are collaborating with, a lot of the other people we're speaking to, but then you've still got new researchers that are new, and they're doing their first PhD or their first paper coming through. So I think so I've really gone off topic, but
I think you're right,
how it's evolved, it's like this network now that just adds this little bit of, I guess, scaffolding to not only conferences, but what happens if you don't go to a conference. Yeah. And in our industry at times, depending on where people work, I know in Australia from an NDIS perspective, there are more private practitioners now. And I think things like the podcast in our profession allow us to stay at a high level of professional development without any extra cost to the listener. And a good use of time in your car.
It's pretty good.
It's a really good point.
Yeah.
So I really went round.
No,
you did.
Would either of you like to add to that more succinctly?
But I think the podcast, because the podcast has such longevity now and such a big community, I think people see it as an important part of their knowledge translation plan for the work that they're doing. So coming to speak to Research Works and put the work that you're doing out there in that format is a really nice way of demonstrating the impact.
Yeah,
and making sure that the right information is getting to the right people in a way that they can actually use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good one. I mean, I always, inviting people to the podcast in the first season, you have to work pretty hard to kind of go, so my name is Dayna, part of Research Works podcast. It's a new platform. And, you've got to really explain it. And I looked back at my first emails and now my emails are much shorter. I was like, we're Research Works. If you haven't heard of us, this is the website. But actually, and most people come out and go, yes, we know about the podcast, love to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
And it's more about scheduling. So it's become more integrated into it.
Yes.
But I would say the other way that we've also evolved in the episodes is that we're just more comfortable sitting in the unknown and being able to ask the questions. You're not worried about having to be the expert because the expert is right there sitting with you and you can have a conversation.
Yes.
They're not that scary. I mean, I remember the first time I interviewed Dayna Damiano and Peter Rosenbaum.
Yeah.
They felt scary because you just, but they're just normal people. They're pretty incredible and they'll answer questions because they love the area.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm less scared in asking the questions.
For sure. And I think if you look back at the type of questions we used to ask compared to now, it was very, because we were still learning as well, I think we've become much more comfortable with embracing nuance, and sometimes there's not a definitive answer around something and being able to have that conversation and sit in that.
Yeah, and explore that a little bit.
And explore that and what that means. Feel
Go
like
off topic for a little bit and come on back to it.
Rather than sticking to those questions that we would always discuss at the start and felt really important to ask.
Yeah.
I feel much more comfortable going on tangents now and exploring things in more detail where they feel interesting in that moment.
And I feel like that's become more natural. We used to because we used to do videos.
We're very
before,
rigid.
And before it was like, you're dead. Okay, I did. Run sheet. Yeah. Whereas now it's kind of like eyeball. Nah, she's got it.
Yeah.
I can tell this has got your attention.
Yeah.
I can tell by the leaning, and I'm like, I'm going to let you have this one. Or if I'm like not sure about the next part, I know that you're going to answer it.
Yeah.
Or, and I know that you're really interested in, Marissa, and that you're going to take off from that. Like it's been really quite cool. Like you know each other's.
We feed off each other's energy. Yeah.
I mean, it's qualitative, hands down. Hands down. Like I'm not going to even attempt that one, but you'll have more questions. Okay, so reflecting on the last 300 as well, is there like a piece of research or an episode or a clinical insight that you still like sit with you, still surprises you, like something that you've really held on to? Could be anything like that for you?
I have a few.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be one. Yeah, it can be a few.
There's a few that come together that have changed. A lot of them have changed my practice and how we do things, and we've implemented. And so I have to respect that. I'm not going to say everyone now that I have appreciated, but I think, when you go through the F words of Peter Rosenbaum and, having him on the podcast twice, and that has made me reflect all the time I meet families for the first time.
Yeah.
And even this year again, after his more recent one, I again think, how do I meet a family? How do I ask them questions about their child the first time I meet them? And framing things differently in terms of, getting to know a family and a child when they enter our service for the first time. But also then all the amazing early intervention people we've spoken to over the years, from Ana Carolina de Campos back in Brazil. We spoke to, we've spoken to Kathy Morgan. We've had Ginny Peleg, Stacey Juicing. There are many amazing people in this field in early intervention and, getting kids on their feet. Yeah. Putting, things like crawling, not saying it's not important, but still, just the podcast has helped, and then and then helped give us some framework or some tools to be able to then educate families, particularly in that early intervention space where, there's so much information out there. So I feel like to have this concrete, when I say concrete, this research-based information that we're given over the podcast and then be able to share that with families is something I really appreciate.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, 100% that conversation with Peter has stayed with me, and I've carried that with me through everything I've done since then.
Yeah.
It's, it fundamentally not change, but brought things into perspective more. That is, it's so powerful.
It really is, isn't it?
And it is so powerful across everything that we do. So, and I think that's why, it is a universal language that
that's right.
people can use no matter where you're at in a child and a family's journey.
Yeah.
that's how you kind of meet them where
That's right.
they're
Transdiagnostic, isn't it? It really is something where you can approach different ages.
So it is repetitive, but that is
great, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then you get these little bits of information that it's just...
And then every other conversation you have kind of feeds into that, or you look at it through that lens, and it's very powerful.
That's the power of a good framework.
Yeah.
It really is, isn't it? And I mean, there's so many episodes, right? It's really hard to pick some of them but I would say the one line would be, I remember so distinctly that Damiano had said, I always want to be at the forefront of knowledge so that so I'm ready for the next new thing. So when the next new thing comes out, it's not a big leap. It's just like a fine tune. And I feel like since she said that, every episode that I listen to or talk to someone about, I'm often already thinking, how can we implement this in our practice? And it's not a far-fetched idea to kind of go, I could tweak that a little bit. And for this, we could tweak that a little bit. And you're making these fine adjustments to be at that forefront, and it's exciting. It keeps your clinical practice so invigorating and fresh and feeling up to date. It's not this big task of feeling you need to be up to date. It's just, and we often say to the team here, it's like, make sure you listen to the podcast, not because I'm telling you to do so, but that's going to tell you where we're probably headed.
Yeah.
That's the next thing we're probably going to implement into it, And I think that is really cool. So I think just that one line has helped me to see every episode for that. And I really like that.
You've been part of how many of the 300 podcasts?
I think there was only but one. I think I didn't do one episode that you did at
the conference
at Hobart. Yes. So I think I've done every single episode except one.
Yeah.
Bizarre, isn't it? It's a lot.
And that one was hard work. For me. Like, where's my fearless leader?
Yeah. Dayna, that's amazing.
I mean, I love doing the episodes with you guys. It bounces back. It's really, really fun to do.
Yeah.
But it's been a lot of conversations.
Yeah.
A lot of prep, a lot of reading.
Yeah. And you've driven all of it. Like, it's huge.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
But it's a real, I think you should, I'm not telling you how to feel. I am telling you how to feel. I think you should feel the enormity of it, and you feel really proud of what you've built.
Oh, thank you, Ash.
Through this.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Through this podcast, through all the other amazing things that you do. But
thank you for coming along the journey, because, I do accept the fact that I think I said this to someone the other day. I think I can be quite annoying in that, you come with an idea and you're like, you want to do it? You're like, come on, let's all do it. Yeah, let's do it. we just stick and that's why, just that personality type, it needs balance.
I think in theatre they call that yes and energy.
Yes and. I love that. That's really cool.
I would call it passionate, but also you make things happen.
Yeah.
So credit to that.
Yeah. It's called
you see it and you build on it and then you make it better.
Right. Okay, I've got a bit of a funny one.
Okay.
Because there's always these little things. So I've got two funny ones for you. Awkward moment. Have you had an awkward moment on the podcast?
Yes. Every time I have to pronounce a word or a name that Dayna doesn't want to, and so she puts it on my side of the run
bio,
sheet.
Don't you?
Yes,
me too. We should swap this.
Oh, you caught on to that one. You do it so good. You pronounce universities properly.
I think you're just saying that.
No. Look, have you heard me butcher people's names? Like, okay, I mean, he's a friend, so I can say it. Alvaro Hidalgo Robles. I can't roll any R's. I say that to him to his face. He looks at me and he goes, nice. That's good. Perfect.
He's a kind man.
I said, can you say it? And he says, I'm like, that sounded nothing like what I just said. And then I had someone join us, wasn't planning on joining us for the podcast episode in Ireland. And I didn't write down her name phonetically. She just joined. She came and she goes, I'll join as well. And I'm like, oh. And so we start recording. And then I say her name. I don't even know what I said. I'm not going to say it because everyone's going to go back to her and make fun of me. But I said a completely different name, the wrong number of syllables. And the look of surprise on their face was very, very palatable. Like you could feel it. But I didn't get a chance to prepare to at least do an Australian version of the phonetic pronunciation. And there were a lot of syllables.
These things we must do to get through a pronunciation.
Yeah, that was pretty awkward. I would have to say pronunciations were hard. What about you? Awkward?
Mine is probably, I remember once laughing a lot before we started, and we were meant to start and we just couldn't start because we were laughing. Like, I don't even know why. But it's probably because we shouldn't have been.
It doesn't take much.
So it didn't take much. So just letting, but that doesn't happen too often. Probably awkward is just when I did an impersonation as like my
It was great.
icebreaker question. And
that was
I
great. That stayed with me.
But why
See?
did I do that in a professional realm? So I really...
For the content, Marissa.
Do it again.
No. That ship has sailed. I do not want another awkward moment on the 300th
go on. Why don't
episode.
you do... was it Sean Connery you were impersonating?
It was Frank Spencer from Some Mother's
That's right.
Son,
Would you
but-
like to do a Sean Connery?
No, I'm not very good with Sean Connery. I think I'm confusing my children by growing them up on Frank Spencer and Mr. Bean. But anyway, no, it was doing accents.
It was so good though. Look, whenever I do these things, I always look over at Ed, and Ed's literally hand, face, shaking his head, and I'm like, oh no, I've really done something there. But you know, I think
Ed does that every time I ask an icebreaker question. He's like, where has this come from? What is she doing?
why?
It's when the other person, so that day when I did the impersonation, the other person's accomplishment was that they spoke 5 languages.
That's
and
right.
mine was that I impersonated a middle-aged English man who had a different tone. And I was like, oh. Anyway.
Whoopsie days.
Yeah.
What about you,
Look,
Dayna?
some of my other awkward moments would be when you really want to cough, you've got a tickle in your throat.
Yeah.
And
Story of my life.
it's awful, isn't it? And so I sit there and I just try to swallow, like big swallows to try to keep it going. And I think most of the time you catch it. You know that I'm like, I don't know, my eyes are red, it's watery, and I'm trying not to cough. We don't want to break from that. So that was relatively awkward. I would say another awkward moment would be, I think I've told the story before, where we had to, this was one of the night ones. I think it was one we did early on. And we had to set everything up ourselves because Ed wasn't around.
Yes, I remember this.
And then I was in such a panic anyway that when I drove my car, I took the front bumper off my car as well.
Yeah.
And then went up to set up for the podcast and we had to plug everything in, and it was a mess. And I think we recorded the first maybe 5 minutes and then something had gone wrong and we had to do it again. And it was just you and me with no Ed. Do you remember that?
I remember that because it was like 8 or 9 o'clock at night because it worked out to their morning.
Yes.
And
yeah, it was a little bit awkward from that side of things because it was just like, you know, trying to be all
You were a bit
professional, and I was a bit frazzled.
But you did it, and that was a great,
I do.
You overcame adversity.
I did.
Yeah.
So since then, I always reverse park. I don't forward park. Always reverse
But it's the
park.
safer option.
It's the safer option for sure.
for some.
I'm still trying to teach Marissa how to reverse park.
Yeah.
We're going to do it.
You'll get there. Because like, if there's a fire or something, you just drive out.
Yeah.
I've gotten out of the car before and we were in Malaysia visiting the Healthy Strides Malaysia site.
Yeah.
And you were driving, weren't you?
Yes,
and
I
then
was trying to learn.
You're trying to learn because
Not
everyone
to
reverse
drive, to
parks.
learn the streets of Malaya.
And I get into the car park and I'm just standing there and everyone's watching. I'm like, you take a few steps back and I'm like, here we turn. And anyway, we will digress park. We're done.
That can be your goal for the next 300 episodes.
my personal accomplishment.
Yeah,
I will work
that's right.
towards it.
We'll talk about that one. Favorite icebreaker question that keeps you thinking past the episode.
Oh.
Have you got one?
No.
Do you? I mean, I do have
I reckon
one.
you
Do
go.
you?
You go.
Okay, while you're thinking.
Okay.
So it was when I listened back to it, because I always listen to it before we put it out.
Yeah.
And I did shake my head on this one, is when we're talking to Brian Hall.
Yeah.
And we're talking about birds. And then I talk to birds. It was one of the stupidest things I've ever said. Because
Wait, was I there for it? I
no,
don't think
you
I
were
was
there for that one. So like, this is what happens. So what are we talking about? He had a bird, and when growing up, we had lots of like birds as well, like galahs. We taught them how to talk, and we had it. And I didn't give enough context to it. So as I said, I'm like, I sound like such an idiot because I do talk to birds when I'm out for my walks and my runs when I see groups of galahs.
Yeah.
And the only reason is because we had some birds that escaped before, and the way that you try to find them is when you see them, you try to talk and see if they talk back to you. But all I said in the episode was, and I run by and I talk to the birds, and Brian's like, you do? I'm like, oh no, I sound like such a weirdo. No, it's because I want to see if any of them say anything back because they're probably domesticated and they probably belong to someone.
Yes.
And so I just found it a little bit funny that could be the case. But it didn't come across like that when I did the icebreaker.
Just
I
that
said
you
I
like
talked
to talk to birds. Okay.
I love that. That's so funny.
Yeah. So
Wonderful.
not enough context was given. So I want to clear that up right now.
Yeah.
This was my opportunity.
Yeah.
Anything for you?
I still think about the Colbert questionnaire.
Colbert questionnaire.
Yeah. And what the perfect sandwich is. Yeah.
I do. Whenever I have sandwiches, I do think about you.
Yeah.
Because we
do like to talk about
we've talked
sandwiches.
about sandwiches a lot.
I
on this
feel very
episode.
passionately about sandwiches.
You do,
Yeah.
you do, yeah.
Yeah.
There's that one, and there's the horse poo. You mentioned horse poo
Yeah.
in one of the episodes. Like, what's a smell that takes you back to your childhood? And
Yeah.
for you, it was horse poo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I still remember that. So sounds and horse poo.
There you go.
They're things to know about
Oh,
Ash.
that smell. That's just taking me there.
It's a fond memory for Ash, though. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
it is
It's
a fond memory,
because of the family
Not so much
around
the
it.
poo, but
Yep,
the
the environment.
being, spending time with family
good.
and yeah.
And then I followed on with that saying like there was flowers that smelt like bad socks.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some weird stuff has come up. All right, anyway, moving on. Yeah.
My brain is always going to the recent ones. I loved it when we did the movie lines and movie quotes, and because I just realised how much I bring that into my day-to-day life
of David
all
Fromberg
the
as
time.
well.
I know,
Yeah,
but
he's a true millennial.
I do it
millennials.
all the time, and I realise it because now my kids are saying these lines, and I'm like, oh my
These
goodness.
goggles do nothing.
So good. We've also started The Simpsons recently and
Well done.
all the 90s classics, and so they're just embedded. But Cool Runnings is my biggest quoted.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Go on, say it.
Please.
Oh, before I do presentation, or I'm like, I see pride, I see power, or like, yeah, dad, man. Like, you know, and I'm not going to do a Jamaican accent, but look, I just did an impersonation, didn't I?
I really
no,
wish I
that was
been
not
good.
fully fledged.
I got an egg out of the fridge the other day and I said to my daughter, do you want to kiss my lucky egg?
Oh,
and
good, you're keeping this alive.
Well done,
Yeah.
well done.
she just looked at me. She said,
Well done.
We haven't
I
watched
like
Cool
it.
If we
Runnings
keep
yet,
going and we're consistent,
Yeah.
we'll learn.
That's right.
Final question for you guys.
Yes.
Bit of a random one.
Okay.
Looking out there. What do you think the 600th episode will feel like, look like, be like? Any of those?
It's
Do you
a
wanna
good
go, Ash?
question. No.
Well, you would presume, hopefully, it will be in about 5 years.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
calculating that. It's
Okay.
another 5
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
And so in 5 years, like, where will we be at? It'll be just before the Brisbane Olympics. There'll be lots
Wow,
happening.
look at that.
Oh, look at you
I always think of
go.
things by Olympic years.
Yeah.
It's called the Commonwealth Games. Weird.
Okay. All right. We'll
Anyway.
circle back to that later.
Where I'm going with this is we're not going to be little space cars like the Jetsons, where we
No.
may have thought whenever we talk futuristic.
Yeah.
but
Jetson.
We always think space cars, but we're really, yeah.
His
exactly.
wife.
And you think we've already changed so much in the last 5 years in terms of our area. I think about 10 years ago where we were at.
Yeah.
And I think, well, I don't really know what it will feel like, but hopefully it feels like just these gradual step ups.
I
But
hope-
when you go, Ash, I reckon.
No, I hope the essence of it will stay the same.
Yes.
I think it will evolve, but I hope that, I think that it will still be a way to make research more accessible. So whatever research looks like, I hope we'll be able to continue having those conversations in a way that
Yes.
people will take away things that are meaningful to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 600 is huge, right? So, like, I've already calculated that. I'll be 50. 50 people. I'll be 50. So, look, I presume that I'll probably have a little bit more muscle soreness. We were just talking before that when I knelt
Yep.
on the ground for too long yesterday, I got pins and needles.
Yeah.
And someone offered to help me up. That was really embarrassing. I didn't need their help. I could get up by myself through half kneel without using my hands. I'm still strong. It's fine.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. But I would hope that there's more, we'll see more collaborations as a result of it. There'll be more cross-country, international collaborations for research. Because I feel like it's where we need to head.
Yes.
And then the whole implementation piece doesn't have to feel like this big effort. It will feel like it's the done thing, We'll talk more about
a natural
research that is
progression.
already part of it's already been implemented. We're starting to see that, but I hope that future research will already have that in place.
Yeah.
And I think those will be some
Those
of the topics.
pathways will be really kind of clear.
Not these distinct research. And the next stage, someone needs to implement. We haven't had those conversations.
Yeah.
I hope that will come about from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as per tradition in this podcast, once we get to the future question, we always have to involve Ed. Now,
Yes.
Ed, we are going to go to, it's not a tell it to Ed maybe, it's a
Challenge Ed.
challenge Ed. Yeah, because we have been saying, the line I've been saying, well, Ed, as you know, is our producer. He doesn't have a background in child health, but he has been listening on the episodes, and he often notes down some questions, and he often gets upset with us because we ask sometimes the easy questions and we don't leave him very much. We also don't tell him who we're speaking to or what the topic is. It's actually relatively cruel, really. but
He runs with it.
he runs with it.
Yeah.
And we are helping him challenging him.
Yeah, we are.
We are.
So this segment maybe is Ed tells it to us.
It tells it to us. I love that. Yes, it's so good. So we've got some questions for you, Ed. Hello, Ed. Welcome to our 300th episode.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good to have you on board. We have a few questions for you. Would you like to ask the first question?
Okay. Are you ready, Ed?
Yeah, I think so.
First one. What is evidence-based practice?
Oh, good one.
Well, it's practice that's based on evidence.
Cheating. Okay.
So obviously it's the research, like modern, provable research implemented into daily practice. And I think I've discovered over the course of the last 5 years that there's, I think, the idea of evidence-informed practice, evidence-based practice. I know people have kind of got different standards for all those sorts of things, but I think if you listen to research works, then I think you're on the right track. Does that count?
Yeah. Should we pass that?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I mean, you said evidence-based practice and practice-based evidence.
Yeah.
But then you expanded. I'll back you up.
Yeah, I think
I
we'll
tried.
pass it.
I tried.
Yeah. We'll keep them.
We'll
based
keep
on
it.
that one.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm going to interrupt here.
Yes.
Because earlier in the pod, there was this whole, Dayna's done all the episodes except for one. I would refute that because there are 2 Christmas specials that yours truly, producer Ed, released to the public with no involvement from Ash, Dayna, or Marissa. So
We'll take that back.
Noted.
Yeah.
And
Thank
our
you.
most sincere and humble
Yes.
Ed.
Actually, you didn't have much of a choice. You didn't approve it. I just released it into the world.
Well, thank you, Ed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
Okay, question 2. Kiss your lucky egg.
Oh, gosh.
What are the F words all about? Sorry.
Good.
Oh, can I name them?
Can you name them? You can. You got this.
Family.
Yep.
Friends. Fun.
Come on, you got it.
Function.
Yep.
Name.
2 more.
Good.
Future.
Yep. Last one. Think about Dayna's hamstrings.
And I can see Dayna giving me tips on this one. Fitness.
Yeah.
Great. That's right.
I mean, I've been in the room when Peter Rosenbaum's have been around, and so I should have absorbed these, but they're not quite there yet.
It's not bad though.
It's pretty
very
good. No, you've done well there.
For a non-researcher / clinician.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
Oh, this is a
Okay,
good
this
one.
one?
Yeah, I do. So, Ed, before research works, I'm sure you had an idea about researchers. What was your stereotype of researchers?
Oh, so I'm going to add in a little snippet of copyrighted material, and hopefully this doesn't get our episode banned. So, I'm a numbers and maths guy. I do, software programming, and that's kind of fun. I get to see how maths kind of makes something. I think you guys make something and then do things with the maths, and you get so absorbed into the whole numbers thing, and definitely very nerdy.
Okay.
But I appreciate that that's how the world improves.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
well done.
We do love our data.
Yeah.
Qualitative or quantitative.
Yeah, that's right. Were you surprised that we didn't walk around in lab coats all the time? Or
Well, I think that's kind of the stereotype, right? So if there's ever a news clip on the latest research, they always dress somebody up in a lab coat, even if they're a physio who's doing strength and fitness training.
That is true.
That happened to me once.
Did it really?
I had to
gosh.
go on
Tell
the
the
news.
story.
I had to go on the news to do a story about children's fundamental movement skill development as a sports scientist. And the news crew got there and they're like, we just need you to...
I love this story.
The last time you wore one is in that human anatomy
Yes,
101.
in my second year of human biology. Yes, it was very funny.
Oh, wow. That is great. Well, that's the stereotype. Now look at us.
Yeah.
Want to ask the final question?
Sure.
One. Yeah.
So, Ed, firstly, thank you for producing all the podcasts.
You're
all
welcome.
300.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't done a
Including
single one.
Christmas specials.
Including
Yes.
Christmas specials. Yeah, there we go. Yes.
How has producing the podcast evolved for you over these past 300 episodes?
Well, I was a sound engineer in a previous life, so I kind of did get to play with lots of audio and recording equipment a long time ago. It's nice to kind of come back to that, but my life has become much easier over the last 5 years with AI. So like there's lots of editing tricks and things that are kind of make my life a lot simpler and easier. And so, yeah, it's kind of been interesting to see the technology evolve over the last 5 years. It's just helped even just the pod.
Yeah. It's pretty good because we do get audio recordings from people overseas and there's little sound things, but you can actually smooth it out to make sure their voice sounds good. Yeah. It's pretty incredible.
I think we work a little bit of magic
was harder.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ed, thank you for being on the podcast, for producing the podcast.
Welcome.
And
Putting up with all of our throat clearing and coughing and icebreaker questions.
I like being a producer. In fact, I think at the last conference, we were at an opening ceremony and everybody's kind of doing their introductions and saying, hi, I'm so-and-so from blah, 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 and I do this. And so I'm usually kind of sitting there a little bit quiet. I don't know any of these researchers and don't know really what I'm doing there because my job starts the following day. But I kind of get asked, so what do you do? And so I just turned to him and said, I'm a podcast producer. And he looked very surprised as to what a podcast producer was doing at the conference. But now he knows all about ResearchWorks.
well
There
done.
you
That's
go.
good. That's very good. Well, ladies, it's been a wonderful journey so far.
It sure has.
Thank you for being part of it. Thank you for driving things forward, for the role that you play, for now having recognisable voices.
It's true.
Happens. Yeah. And how Australian we often do sound by comparison, but we embrace the Australian accent. It's a great accent.
It takes all kinds.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. So to many more.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's look forward towards 600. You guys will be well and truly into your 40s by then. So you'll be experiencing what I experienced. So just don't kneel on the ground for too long. Pins and needles is a real thing.
Yeah.
It's hard. Yeah.
I feel like I get that already, so it's a bit concerning. But
And to all of our listeners, just thank you so much for listening, for joining from wherever you are in the world. Thank you for writing in and wanting to connect with us, for joining us at podcast booths and meeting and letting us know about the research that you do. Like it's such a privilege, really, isn't it?
it really is. And we wouldn't have 300 episodes without a loyal listener base.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for engaging with ResearchWorks and us and coming along for the ride, because it wouldn't be what it is without you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks
to many more.
We'll talk to you all again really soon. Remember to head to researchworks.academy. We've actually got quite a few courses on there now and more are coming on board. So again, just take a look and all the other evidence-based sources, links to the papers and episodes. We've just tried to put it all into one place for you. So enjoy that and we'll talk to you all again really soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.